November 5th, 2013. Guys, I want to take you through the day with the sunspot that we've been watching 1890. Now, this morning we'd had an M2, was in a strong flare, but it did create a small CME that's Earth facing and it's showing up. And this is the chart, and it was starting to rise. If you noticed here, this is the X-ray flux out of Boulder, and it's the 5-minute data. Notice the dates, November 3rd through November 6th. We started to get this uptick the same way we did before the last X flare outbreak. You're looking at your protons, that's the ACE satellite, and this is the M-class flare that caused the CME. Again, this is Earth facing. It's not that strong compared to some of the other ones, but we will see some auroras from this, but it's because of ISUN's uptick in activity. These are Earth facing images, from LASCO C2. Again, now, what has happened, and it's not showing up on all the instruments yet, and this is a picture of the flare this morning with the CME. As I was getting ready to come in this afternoon and finish the video, we've had a very strong X flare from this spot. And if it's an X3.3, here it is. And I'm going to show you the last few images. It's not showing up on all of our satellites yet. It's not on our flare tracker yet. But it's coming from this sunspot. Now, the reason I'm highly concerned about the direction is because the M2 that came off of it this morning is Earth directed. So what does that tell you? Again, that's the small one. You see the direction? Okay, now the sun has turned several hours more Earth facing since that flare. Not trying to scare anybody, I'm just giving you what's going on, okay? Now, depends on how late it is when they update the instruments. If I can do another video tonight. I was in the middle of a very interesting one about the comets, and I thought I needed to stop that and break in and do this. But notice the area here. That's 1884. Now, this is this morning, 830. That's called millions. That's the area on the sun that sunspot's covering. Notice it's beta, gamma, delta. Taking a look here at the flare. Very strong. Now, as we go through this, if you remember that area of the sun. It started out yesterday at 660, what they call, again, millions. And the way they do that, on the side of the sun, and there's the X3.3, guys, the side of the sun that's facing you, they divide it into 1,000,000 squares. Then what they will do is in the areas, just like you would acres, and here it is on the X-ray flux, you got a 3.3, is they will assign it those squares. There's another beautiful shot. I say beautiful. I hope it's not a deadly shot. But what's happened now, look at the bottom. This afternoon, it's now at 950 millions in the area. From yesterday morning at 660 to 800 last night. And this morning, it remained in the 800 level. Now this afternoon, it's gotten up into, you see the higher numbers. And that's the amount of area that it's taking up on this solar disk that you're seeing, guys. Again, I'm going to watch it, and as soon as the instruments pick up the strength on it, I'm going to update it. Heads up, be safe.